how does Arkansas present different challenges?
Yeah, I mean, they've got two big-time running backs. I think both of them are on pace for 1,000 yards. I think their offensive line is one of the biggest in football, not just college football, pros, whatever. They're very physical. They do a great job. They're very well coached. They've got multiple tight ends that do a really nice job in the run game, and they're really, good receivers. The receivers are dynamic playmakers, and the quarterback makes great decisions, has a live arm. He's been around football all of his life, so he knows where to go with the football. He knows where to go with the running game. So it presents a big challenge because it's them and LSU that have been the, predominantly I-back, downhill, run game, and they do a great job with it.
You mentioned LSU. Arkansas does some different things with their tight ends. LSU's kind of got an attached guy. So your linebackers can't really sell out completely for the run. How do you kind of prepare for that?
Yeah, I mean, the scout team's done a great job trying to get us ready. But, the big thing about going against, offenses every week and scout teams is, the speed of the game is going to be significantly different than what we see during practice, even though they do a great job. But it's a new challenge for us that we haven't seen in a couple of weeks. So it's big boy football. We got to be ready.
Caleb, you talked about the 1B defense played half as plus snaps as the first team, and they gave up more yardage. So
Thank you, appreciate that.
Did you see that? Did you
We
see
did.
some
I mean,
problems there?
that's the first thing we saw. But we're committed to it. We're committed to those guys playing. We're committed to those guys, improving every week. And the nice thing about the way we've kind of structured things this season, when we need to get stops, regardless of who's on the field, we get those stops. In the last series of the game, when we had to kind of close the door on Kentucky, Matt Wells gets a sack. We get pressure here, we get pressure there, and it's all those guys that had kind of, played a lot, but we're still kind of fresh to go in that fourth quarter. So it pays off. Sometimes it might, might not be happy all the time, but the end result and the way that the season progresses and the longer it gets, you're happy you're playing those guys, and that the other guys are still fresh, as the season goes along.
Caleb Pules is not the most flashy guy on that defensive line, but I think he started like every game in his career. What makes him so good?
Caleb is one of the finest human beings I've ever been around. Not just football players, people, character, hard work, integrity. You can't say enough about him. It's funny, the week before, we're in a defensive unit meeting and watching some plays at practice, and Caleb Buell and Ryan Brown are just on practice field working so hard. And I just stopped and I'm like, you two don't get enough credit for what you do for this program and enough recognition. It's nice to see a kid like Caleb Buell, who has all the intangibles, the work ethic, the character, get to show it on the field what he can really do. He's been player of the week this year with maybe even having only one tackle. But he does such a great job for Benardrick and Beniquez and Richie, freeing them up, doing the dirty work for us. So I'm just proud of him. And even if he hadn't got that recognition, he would still be the same Caleb. He would still come to work every day. He would still have the same attitude. So it is nice, though, that he gets the recognition he deserves.